Hi everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Tish. I'm a Pilates and strength instructor and I'm so happy that you're here. In today's flow, we have a full body sculpt workout that is going to include your Pilates ring and your dumbbells. When it comes to dumbbells, you need a light, medium to heavy pair. Always stay in tune with how your body feels. Also with any piece of equipment, if anything feels off, take it away and do what feels good for you. If you have ankle weights, it is optional. Feel free to put them on as we get into the warm up. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start in our seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. Working on our Pilates breathing, place your hands to the outside of your rib cage. Soften your gaze, whatever is comfortable for you. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Let's take a nice big inhale through the nose. Filling up your rib cage, feeling the fingertips separate. Exhale out through the mouth as the fingertips draw closer to each other. 2 more times here. Inhale. And then exhale. Maybe set your intentions for class today. This is your moment. This is your time on the mat. Inhale. Last one. And exhale. Beautiful. When you're ready, unravel your legs. Come onto all fours. Shoulders in line with the hands. Knees in line with the hips. Untuck the toes. Going into that cat-cow, drop that belly button down to that mat as your gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale here. And then exhale as you draw that belly button into spine. Staying in this fluid movement. Two more. Last one. Meet me in that neutral spine right here. Tuck your toes underneath you. From here, inhale through your nose. Exhale as you draw that belly button into spine. Lift the knees up off of that mat a few inches. Gaze is at the front of your mat with your eyes. Tap the knees down and lift back through. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale as you lift. Last two. Last one. Meet me with your knees hovered over that mat, holding here. Pike those hips up towards the ceiling. Draw both heels down onto that mat. Draw the chest closer to the thighs for a bigger stretch. Drop that right heel to the mat. Bend that left knee. Let's pedal it out. Four more. Meet me with both heels on that mat in 2. In 1. Both heels on the mat. Lift up that right leg into that 3-legged dog. Swing that right leg, right foot to the outside of your right hand, holding that low lunge right here. Inhale, open up to that rotation towards your right side. Thread the needle through with your right hand through to that left side, getting a nice stretch, deep stretch in that hip flexor and the upper body. 2 more. Last one. Right hand meets that mat. Step that right foot back. Pike those hips up towards the ceiling. Lift that left leg into that 3-legged dog. Swing that left leg to the outside of your left hand. Hold that low lunge. Inhale, open up towards that left side of your leg. Exhale, thread it through to that right side. For 2. Last one, opening it up to that left side. Bring that left hand back down to that mat. Swing that left leg to the back of the mat. Holding this tall plank position, scoop that belly button into the spine, push the hands away from you. We're here for 5. In 3, drop to those knees in 2, and 1. Beautiful. Sit back into those hips, child's pose. Let's get a nice inhale here, and exhale. everything out. Amazing. Let's get started in our core. Let's grab your ring, move the weights away from your mat so they're not in your way. As we prepare, we're going into our Pilates roll-up. Dig those heels into the front of the mat. Toes are flexed up towards the ceiling. Ring is going to be held with both hands in front of the chest. Slight pressure on that ring. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. As you lower down, bring that ring, bring the arms overhead. Slowly peel up, neck, chest, shoulder. Dig those heels into that mat. Sit up nice and tall, holding it here. Reach forward for those toes. Come back up nice and tall, and then let's roll it back down. If the straight leg roll up is a bit too much, you can always bend your legs and really work on your form. To make the roll up a bit more challenging, you can glue your legs together and point your toes. If not, you can keep your toes flexed, pulling your legs apart slightly away from each other and staying in this roll up. Adding on. And 2. One more roll up. Sit up nice and tall. Reach for the toes. Slowly come back through center and roll it all the way back down. Beautiful. Next time you roll up into that roll up, lift that right leg towards the ring, into that single leg teaser. Slowly lower everything back down and come back through center. Inhale, exhale, lift that right leg up, chin away from the chest, hold it here. See how my right shin is touching the ring every single time. Beautiful. Take your time rolling down into that roll up. We have 3 before we add on our next layer. Last one. Lift up that single leg teaser, slowly roll down. Next time you lift up into that single leg teaser, hold it at the top. Rotate that ring to the right side of your mat. Have your right fingertips touch that ground, touch your mat, come back through center, hold, and then lower back down. So just adding in a rotation. Inhale, exhale, lift it through, hold, rotate, back through center, and lower. Beautiful. We have 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Meet me in that rotation. Hold. Hold that rotation here. Just pulse the ring in for 8. In 5. Come back through center in 3. In 2. And 1. Back through center and lower everything back down. Amazing. From here, let's place that Pilates ring down towards the front of the mat. Place that left ankle inside of that ring. Roll over towards your left side of your body, going into our side lying series here. From here, your left elbow is in line with your shoulder. Right hand, few options. If you need more control, more stability, place your right hand in front of your chest. If not, your right hand is on your right hip. Now, the biggest thing as we go into this part, I don't want you to rock out your hips. Keep them nice and squared in front of you. Gaze is at the front. Find your focal point. We're moving just that right leg. Inhale. Exhale as you bring that right leg over towards the front of that ring. Tap the right toes down and then lift up through. Beautiful. Try not to tap the ring. Really reach that right leg up nice and high. Beautiful. Last 4. Last 2. Meet me with your right leg hovered on top of that ring. In 1, hold it at the top here. Don't let that right leg touch that ring. Bring that right leg in to that ring. Bring it back to the outside of the ring. Try not to let your right leg touch that ring at all. Beautiful. In 4. Last 2. Meet me with that right leg inside that ring. In 1. Press that right ankle against the top of that ring. Extend that right arm up towards the ceiling. Lift up through that left side. Make sure you're not sinking. Going into that bent leg teaser. Roll to your left glute. Draw that knees in towards your chest. Connect that right knee to right elbow. Hold. And then extend everything long. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, rotate. And back through center. Push the hips forward. We have 4. In 1. As you extend both legs long, we're keeping that full side teaser. As you lift up through, both legs are straight. Bring that ring to that right hand and then lower back down. Last 3. Last 1, hold it at the top right here. Just hold. Pulse that ring out with the ankles for 5. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come and meet onto your forearms. That ring is still in between your ankles. Meet me on your forearms right here. As you bring both legs into tabletop, make sure your upper body, it's not sinking into your shoulders. Lift up through your chest, holding at the top right here. Both legs are in tabletop. You're not drawing it any closer. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Press the hands down on that mat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you extend the legs long out in front of you for that double leg stretch. And then pull everything in. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Getting our low core right here, chin away from the chest, lift through that chest. Last 4. We have 2. Last 1, hold the legs long out in front of you. Just pulse the ring out. Small pulses for 8. In 5, in 4, you got this. 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. Drop that ring for a few moments. Meet me on your back. And let's stretch out the hips. Place the feet on the ground and rock the knees out side to side. Everything is going to be done on the other side. Roll up like a ball. Grab that ring. Everything on the other side. If anything fell off, remember you can take it all away. Do what feels comfortable for you. Going into our roll up. Going with that left single leg, but going into our roll up first. Now from here, make sure your feet are flexed or point your toes and glue your legs together. Whatever progression or regression that you want, take what you need. Sitting up nice and tall, place that ring in front of the chest, arms extended. Inhale, slowly lower, coming down. Ring comes overhead. Peel up, neck, shoulders, chest, dig the heels into that mat. Sit up tall, reach forward for your feet, and then roll back down. Adding on in 3. Last 2. 1 more roll up. Peeling up neck, chest, shoulders, sitting up tall. Reach forward for the toes. Sit up tall and lower everything back down. Next time we go up into that roll up, we're extending that left leg into that single leg teaser. Lift up through neck, chest, shoulders. Bring that left leg up into that single leg teaser. Bring that left shin to that ring. Hold. And then lower everything back down. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, hold. And lower back down. Last 3. Into. Last 1. Hold at the top. Hold that single leg teaser. Rotate that ring to the outside of your left leg. Tap the left fingertips down to that mat. Come back through center and then lower everything back down. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, lift through, hold. Rotate towards that left outside of your leg. Center and lower. Two more. Beautiful. Last 1. Hold that roll up. Hold here. Rotate that ring towards that left side. Hold that rotation. Just pulse that ring in for 8. In 5. In 3. In 2. And 1. Come back through center and lower everything back down. Drop that ring for a moment. Rock side to side with those legs. Amazing. Let's roll to that right side of your body. Place that right ankle to the inside of your ring. Legs are fully extended. Place that left ankle on top of that ring. Going into your side body, right elbow in line with your right shoulder. Make sure you're not sinking through. Lift up through that right oblique. Hand can be on that left hip or hand in front of that chest, whatever you need. From here, take that left leg, bring it to the back of your ring. Remember, we're not opening up your hips. Your hips stay stable, chest stays forward the whole time. Lifting up that left leg up and over towards that front of your ring. Tap the left toes down and come back through center and rainbow it over back to your starting position. Beautiful. Amazing. Lift and go. We have 4. Last 2. Meet me with that left leg hovered over that ring in 1. Holding it over that ring. Bring that left leg inside of the ring. Bring it back out to your starting position. Hips stay neutral. Have all that momentum coming from that left leg. Last 4. Last 2. Last 1. Place that left leg inside of the ring. Pull that left ankle to the inside of that ring. Extend that left arm high towards that ceiling, connecting that bent leg, teaser. Left elbow to left knee, hold. Extending everything long. Keep that tension on that ring the whole entire time. Beautiful. And extend. Last 3 before we add our straight leg teaser. Into. 1 more bent leg. In 1. Hold the legs long. Reposition yourself. Going into that straight leg teaser. Side teaser. Legs are straight. Bring that ring to that left hand. And then extend the legs back to your starting position. Keep that tension on that ring. Last 2. Last 1. Hold everything up at the top. Hold. Just pulse the ring out with the ankles for 5. In 4. Drop to your forearms in 3. In 2. And 1. Beautiful. Drop to your forearms right here. Lift up through your chest. Chin away from the chest. Both legs are coming back into that tabletop position. Instead of going into our double leg stretch, we are going into our leg lowers. From here, extend both the legs long towards the ceiling. Lower the legs down to about a 45-degree angle, holding here. Pull that legs back in, and then extend the legs up nice and long. Lower down, pull the knees in, and extend it long. Beautiful. We have 4. You got this. And 2. Last 1. Hold the legs out fully extended here. Just pulse the ring out with the ankles again here for 5. In 4. You got this. 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the chest. Beautiful. Take that ring away. Rock the legs out side to side. And when you're ready, roll up like a ball, and let's get started onto all 4s again. Place that ring away. We do not need it. Grab your hand weights. Place 1 weight on each side of your mat as we prepare. Going into our glutes, drop your right forearm down to that mat. Extend that left leg long. From here, lift away from that mat, pull and scoop that belly button into spine. Gaze is at the front of your mat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you lift that left leg up towards the ceiling. Hold. And then lower back down, just that glute tap. Inhale, exhale, hold. And lower down. Good, take your time here, squeeze that left glute. In 3, adding on. Last 1, hold that left leg up nice and high. Rainbow that left leg to the outside of your right side of your mat. Lift up through back through center. Connect that left knee to left elbow. Next layer, extend it long at the top, hold. Rainbow that left leg over to the outside of your right side of your mat, back through center, hold, and knee to elbow. Beautiful. In 3. One more. Rainbow it over. Draw it up, back through center. Connect that left knee, left elbow. Hold it here. Draw that left knee back down to meet that right knee. Just the fire hydrants. Lift up through. And back down. Beautiful. Lift up that left knee a little bit higher. We have 3. In 2. Hold that left knee up in 1. Hold it here. Extend that left leg back to your starting position. Drop back into that knee and extend it long. Beautiful. Staying here. We have 3. In 2. Hold that left leg long in the back in 1. Hold it here. Drop that left toes down to meet that mat. As you lift up through that left leg, extend that right arm. Hold towards the front of the mat. Try and bring your right bicep towards your right ear. And then lower everything coming back down. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, lift it through, hold. And then lower it back down. We have 3. In 2. Last one, hold everything here. Drop that right hand to meet that mat. Going into that Pilates push-up. Tricep push-up here. Lift up through. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Draw that right knee in towards the chest. Tap that right knee back down. Lift up through that left leg back into that push-up. Tuck the toes underneath. Right knee into chest. Left leg lifts back into that push-up. Tuck the left toes under. Right knee in. Two more. Last one, lift up through. Tricep push-up, lift. Tuck the left toes under. Draw that right knee into the chest, hold. Extend that right leg back into this tall plank position. Then tuck that right knee in again. And bring it back. Beautiful. We have 4. And 2. Last one, hold that right knee in, small pulses, in for 5. And 3, stop that pulse in 2, and 1, hold. From here, drop that right knee down. Swing that left leg forward into your lunge position. Grabbing the weights in both hands, one on each side. Now, when you are in your lunge, make sure we're at a 90-degree angle of that left leg and of that back leg as well. Knee in line with the hip. From here, grab the weights and place them at shoulder height. From here too, tuck your right toes underneath you. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward from the hips. And then come back through center, getting a stretch in that left hamstring, left glute. Come back through center. Beautiful. We have 4 before we add on. Last one, hinge it forward, hold here. Next time you come up, extend that right leg long as you press the weights overhead. Come back through center, lower that right knee, and come back up. Hinge forward, extend that right leg, push the weights overhead. Lower down and back through center. Next layer. Inhale, exhale, lift it through, hold, drop it, and back. Good. We have 2. Last one, hinge it forward. Stay lifted the whole time. Just bend that right knee down and then lift the weights overhead. We're not lifting back into that lunge. Just lift that right knee, press overhead for 5. In 4, 3, you got this. And 1, hold the weights overhead. Sit up nice and tall at the top. Your right heel is lifted. Going into that B-stand squat. Shoulders back, bending through your knees. Squat it down, hold it here. Next time you come up, bring the weights overhead, bicep curl, and press. And lower down. Beautiful. B-stand squat, curl, press. Good. Amazing. Last 3. And 2. Last one, hold it nice and low at the bottom. Going into our lunge variation, step it back into that reverse lunge. Come back to your starting position, stay low. Drop it low into that reverse lunge and back into that B stance. Good, stay low here. Finishing strong. In 3, meet me in that reverse lunge. Really feeling that left glute and quad here. In 1, step it back, hold that reverse lunge. Just pulse it up and down for 5. In 3, shake it out, drop to that right knee in 2. And 1, drop it low. Whew. Amazing. Shake it out. Everything on the other side. If you need water, get some water and take what you need. From here, dropping to that left forearm, extending that right leg long, going into the glute taps. Make sure your belly button's into that spine, gaze at the front of the mat, lift up through the right toes, hold, and tap it back down. Beautiful. Inhale, lift, hold, and drop it back down. Adding on in 3. Last one, hold at the top here. Rainbow that right leg over to the outside, left side of your mat. Hold back through center. Connect that right knee to right elbow. Lift up through high with that right leg. And draw it back down into that rainbow. We have 3. Beautiful. Last one, hold that right knee to right elbow. Lower that right knee down to meet that left knee, fire hydrant. Lift it up and lower. In 3, hold that right knee up. In 2. And 1, hold that right knee up, hold it here. Extend that right leg long towards the back of your mat. back into that knee crunch and extend it long. Beautiful. In 4. Last one, draw that right knee in, extend that right leg long. Lower the right toes down to the back of your mat. Next time you lift up that right leg, lift up that left arm, left bicep by your left ear, and then lower everything back down. Beautiful. Amazing. Last 3. In 2. Last one, hold it at the top right here. Bring that left hand underneath your shoulder. Going into that tricep push-up, lift up through your chest. Tuck the right toes underneath you. Draw that left knee in towards the chest. Lower down that left knee. Lift up that right leg. And push up down. Beautiful. In 3. Last 2. Beautiful. Last one, push up. Tuck the right toes under. Draw that left knee into the chest, hold. Extend that left leg back, holding the tall plank position. Draw that left knee in back to the chest. Extend that left leg long. Beautiful. In 3. In 2. In 1, hold that left knee into the chest, just pulse and pulse for 5. In 3. In 2, drop that left knee down. In 1, beautiful. Come up through, swing that right leg forward. Grab the weights in both of your hands, weights at shoulder height. Tuck the left toes underneath you. Give yourself a few breathers here. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward from the hips and come back through center. Inhale, exhale. You know what's coming next. We add on those layers. In 3, adding on that left back extension with the overhead press in 2. In 1, come back through center. Next time you hinge forward, hold. Extend that left leg up, press the arms overhead. Lower down and come back up. Yes. Extend. We have 3. In 2. In 1, hold that leg extended, arms overhead. Just tap the left knee down and then press overhead, not lifting up through that lunge. We have 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Bring that left leg back through center. Weights come back to shoulder height. Keep that left knee, left heel, lift that left heel up. Going into that B-stand squat. Drop the weights down, holding at the bottom. As you come up, press bicep curl, overhead press. Lower down and lift up through. We have 3. 2. Last one, drop it down, bicep curl, press, lower it back down into that squat. Hold it here. Step that left leg back into that low reverse lunge. Come back through your B stand squat. Hold. We're staying low the whole time. Beautiful. In 4, hold that reverse lunge. Last and final push. Last 2. Last one, hold here. Just pulse the hips up and down in that reverse lunge for 5. In 4, you got this. 3, and 2, and 1. Beautiful. Shake it out. Get some water. We're finishing off nice and strong here. Shake it out, get some water. Finishing off with our Pilates push-up. We are going into our Pilates push-up pyramid. So each and every time we go for our push-up, we are going to be adding in 1 extra rep, going up to 5 reps. Feet are going to be hip-width apart, hands come overhead. Inhale through the nose, exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Hands meet that mat, hold it here. Walk the hands to the front of the mat in that tall plank position, hold. Going for 1 push-up here. 1 push-up down, drop to your knees if you need to, lift it up, pike those hips back up. Slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Hands come overhead. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the mat. Going for 2 push-ups here now. 1 and 2. Pike those hips up, walk the hands to the feet, slowly roll up, bring the arms overhead, forward fold. Hands walk out to that tall plank. We're going for 3. I'm right here with you. 1, 2, and 3. Pike those hips up. We're almost there. Slowly roll up, bring the hands overhead, forward fold again. Hands walk out, hold. 4 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. Pike those hips back up. Last round here. Lift up through. Arms come overhead. Finish strong. Forward fold. Walk the hands out. 5 push-ups. Holding it here. My count. 1, 2, 3, hold it at the top. 4, last one, hold it at the top right here. And 5, just hold. Hold for 10. You got this, stay strong. And 5, and 4, and 3. Drop those knees in 2, and 1. Beautiful. Drop to those knees. Stretch it out in that child's pose. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Drop those hips, drop that pelvis forward, going into that cobra. Rock the hips side to side. Come back to all 4s. Swing the feet towards the front of the mat. Meet me on your back. Going into that figure 4. Cross that right leg over your left thigh. Grab behind that left thigh. Extend that left leg long. Pull that left leg in towards your chest. Flex, point your toes. Slowly bring that left leg onto the mat, unravel, cross that left leg over your right thigh, grab behind your leg, extend that right leg long, flex, and point. Holding everything at the top, extend that left leg long with your right leg. Grab behind your knees, extending both legs long, flex, and point your toes. Slowly lower both knees into the chest, going into knee circles. Bring the knees in towards your chest, out and around. Switch directions. Come back through center when you're ready. Roll up like a ball. Come back to your seated position like we did when we just started. Relax the arms down towards your mat. Drop that right forearm down to the mat. Lift up that left arm up and over towards that right side. Hold it here. Come back through center, hold. Bring that left hand on top of your right knee. Bring that right hand behind you. Get a nice rotation in that low back and that chest. Slowly come back to center. Drop that left forearm down. Reach that right arm up and over. Hold. Back through center, rotate, grab that right hand on top of your right knee, rotate through, left hand comes back behind you, rotation through that left low back, left chest. Come back through center slowly, both hands come down to the mat. Inhale, lift both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, everything comes back down, hands meet that mat. 2 more times, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale, hold it at the top, both hands meet. Lower those hands down at your heart center, holding it here. You move through challenge, you pushed yourself, and you showed up today. Give it up for yourself. Amazing job, everyone. You made it through your full body sculpt workout. I'm so proud of you, and thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you in the next one, which will be dropping on Thursday. So with that being said, I'll see you Thursday for your next Pilates and strength workout. Bye, guys.